Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jael for those of you that may not know, and today's video is going to be a little bit of a mix. It's going to be a cross between a shop my stash, trying new makeup that was in my stash, and just kind of like a catch up because y'all, I don't know where the time went. I really have no idea. I am so sorry that I haven't been uploading or on here. I genuinely looked at my channel the other day and I was like, I haven't uploaded in how long? Like, no clue. I know that I was busy and then and I was like, you know what, I'll just have to take the L and just upload like next week. And then the country was just on pause and I was panic watching CNN for like a week and a half straight. So yeah, then I just, I was like, I need to actually sit down and film because now I know the state of our country is going to be okay, even though crazy stuff is still happening. But I was just literally like, where did the time go? The last time y'all saw me was like October. Now we're basically apparently halfway through November, which is also really wigging me out. I don't know, but we're gonna talk, we're gonna do some makeup and we're just gonna have a good time. So if you guys want to go on this little journey with me, please keep watching. Okay, so to start, I need to give myself a little bit of hydration. I got this in my BoxyCharm yesterday, actually. It's a Joah Essential Lip Enhancer. This is my very first product from Joah, which is funny that it's like a lip balm, but I actually quite like it. It's thick, but it's very nourishing, and I actually don't mind a thicker lip moisturizer. Fun fact about me, I really cannot stand having dry lips. Like, I hate the feeling of dry lips. So no matter what I'm going to be doing with my lips, I always put on a lip moisturizer of some kind ahead of doing the rest of my makeup so that it's like soaked into my lips by the time I get to actually applying the lipstick, which I typically do last. Fun fact. So as I said, I have some things that I wanted to do to shop my stash. So we're going to start off with the eyes, but we are going to be picking up this Louise base in the shade Rumour number 2. I might be mixing it with a teensy bit of my concealer just so that it looks more even and blended with my actual skin tone. But we're just going to dab a little bit of this in and we're going to get started because I'm really excited about the eyeshadow palette that we're trying out today. So now that my eyes are primed, we can go ahead in with our eyeshadow. I have like a whole basket filled with stuff here so that you guys know I have a lot of stuff that I want to use today. Not like a lot as far as like we're gonna take makeup on, but just quite a few products that I'm very interested in. Alright, so this is the eyeshadow palette. It's from this brand called Hipdot. They are an indie brand. I don't believe they're in any stores at all. I think they're just kind of like online. And I did receive this in a BoxyCharm, but I have actually been seeing so many posts from people like that are into Hipdot out of nowhere. It's very interesting, very weird how that happens. But yeah, this is from Hipdot. This is called the Zion palette. It is a pressed pigment palette. And it says, just one look at Utah's sandstone caves will transport you to a world of majestic beauty. Connect with these sweeping canyons through the dramatic reds, deep oranges, and rich purples of Zion. So I'm excited for this. I love the packaging on it. I think it looks really pretty. I don't have anything in my collection that looks exactly like this, so that's awesome. And the claims are that it is cruelty-free, vegan, paraben-free, talc-free, mineral oil-free, phthalates-free, sorry, phthalates, it's the pH of silence, phthalates-free, and it's supposed to last you for 12 months, but we all know we don't really follow that. This is what it looks like on the inside. How beautiful. It's definitely coming up a little bit more washed out on camera. Please remember that lights tend to wash things out just a tad bit. But this is really, really pretty. I'm going to start off with the shade Wanderlust, which is this really pretty pink shade right here. And I'm going to pop this more towards like the inner corner of my eye. And I love the fact that this has a mirror on it because it just makes my life so much easier. It is nice and pigmented. It's a very pretty color. And I'm just going to start kind of with whatever's left on the brush, doing some like circular motions just to make sure everything is nice and blended and diffused up here. Okay, and then taking the same brush, I'm going to go in with the shade Grounded, which is like a kind of deeper, it's almost like a terracotta shade. This kind of deeper terracotta shade right here. And I want to pop that kind of right here. Wow, that is stunning and super pigmented. All right, and then on the outer corner, I am going to take the shade Narrows, which is this deep kind of, what shade would I call this? Like a deeper purpley mauve shade, I guess is what you would call this. I want to take this shade right here. Okay, so these colors, the tones of these colors are just stunning and I love them. I'm very impressed. I am going to switch out my brush just to pick up the shade Canyon, which is this nice light like creamsicle orange shade. And I'm going to just sweep a tad bit of that just up here to kind of help blend and diffuse everything out. And now we can go in with the shimmers. So I've been eyeing this shade Virgin, which is this really beautiful kind of like a pinky gold shade, like a almost rose gold shade. And I really, really like that. I don't know how well you guys can, if you guys can see that very well, but it is really pretty. Yeah, I don't know how well you guys can see that shade at all, but it's really pretty. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go in with that shade. Upon touching it, they are slightly a like drier formula, but they clearly show up. But I do think I'm going to probably need to wet my brush a bit just to get the full level of pigmentation. I quite like this. The shimmer is a little bit more just kind of like subtle. It's not very much like popping in your eyes. I am going to zoom you guys in just a little bit right now, just so that you guys can kind of get a better idea. But as you can see, it's really pretty. The shimmer, like I said, is very subtle. But I like it for what it is. I'm going to go back in with this deeper shade Narrows, and I'm just this shade right here. And I'm just going to help the outer corner blend a bit more. All right, I think I'm gonna take a break from the eyes for a second, but so far so good. Very much like that palette. I like the mattes more than the shimmers so far, but I like the palette. All right, now we can go ahead and do a little bit more with our face. So we're just do our face because we haven't done that yet. I want to start off by popping a little bit of SPF on. This is the Super Goop Unseen Sunscreen SPF in it's SPF 40. This is just literally, like it says, Unseen Sunscreen. It's clear. You can use it as a base for your makeup, and it just kind of glides into the skin. I always find it funny when I like do my eyes and I don't have the rest of my makeup done because everything looks like a tad bit crazy, and I know it's going to come together, but at first you're just kind of like, ooh girl. All right, for primer, I'm going to be using this Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Soft Matte Primer. I'm going to be using this in my T-zone area. And then I have another primer. Y'all know the drill if you are with me normally, that I like to mix and match and do a little cocktail for my primers. It just works for me. Alright, and then for the rest of my face, I'm going to be picking up the Joah Beauty Glow Activator Radiance Primer. This is a really great primer. To me, it feels like it like warms as you put it on your skin. I mean, I know every product does that, but I feel like an actual warming sensation. And I just feel like it makes makeup look so beautiful. It's such a beautiful, beautiful primer. Alright, I have one more primer actually that I want to use. This is the Dr. Brandt Needles No More, No More Baggage Eye Depuffing Gel. I used to use this a lot. I had like a new one I think that I got. I think this is a new one maybe. I don't know. It's been like a little used, but I haven't used it in a while, and I genuinely am like, I don't remember if this did anything or not. But because my under eyes can be kind of like a problem area sometimes, I do want to try it out and see if this will help with like any just creasing or management. I don't know. I just want to see if this will do anything at all, because I'm going to just blend that in. And I know really the only creasing I get under my eyes is from like just a natural like skin that I have under my eyes anyway, so I don't know if anything's gonna necessarily help that, but if this can just kind of help to lift things up a little bit, why not? Okay, now we can go in with a little bit of foundation because I've already done like some color correcting and stuff off camera. So let's pick up our foundation for today. All right, so for foundation, I'm going to go in with my NARS, what is this called? The NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Tahoe. I really like this foundation. I have been a fan of it for quite a few years now. It's really beautiful. It has a nice element of like glowiness to it. It's not super dewy. It's not, in my opinion, super matte either. It's kind of like right in the middle. I know that NARS has a new foundation that people have said is a mix between the NARS Sheer Glow and this one. I've never tried the NARS Sheer Glow, so I don't actually know how that one performs, what that one is like, but I really enjoy this one, so I'm excited for that. Before I pop it on, however, I do want to give my face just a little bit of an added boost, so I'm going to pick up this Skin & Co. Roma Truffle Therapy Radiant Dew Eliminating Skin Refresh Mist. The longest name, but this is fun. Okay. So I have about like 2.5 maybe pumps on my palette, but I'm just gonna work off of, guys, why are words so hard? I'm gonna work off of the palette for today. That's typically what I like to do with my foundation anyway, is kind of like work off of my palette, and that way I have a little bit more control over what I'm doing. I want to do the one dip and that's it challenge, the one, you know, where you like reach in and you have to do your full face with like one dip per product. But I was wondering like how would I do that with a foundation? I would want to use that with a foundation that has a little bit more full coverage, simply because I feel like with a full coverage foundation you have a little bit more options. You can sheer it out, you can build it up, you can do kind of whatever you need to. And if you, versus going in with a lighter coverage foundation, which is the only one I have that kind of has like that automatic dip mechanism. So I'm thinking maybe just like one pump and then I work off of that one pump, because that's kind of what I do anyway. I mean, I pumped out more than one pump obviously this time, but if you guys are like, that doesn't count, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I think that's what I want to do. I want to do that challenge because I think that would be interesting. And I don't feel like I use too much as it is. I kind of end up just giving myself as much as I think I might need to work off of, and then I will just add more as I go. Also, I have not mentioned my hair at all, but yes, I did get my hair done. I love it. That was also a part of the reason why y'all didn't see me, because I have what's known as a sensitive scalp. I am tender-headed, and it is particular in one part of my head, and when I have too much tension there, baby, it is a lot, and I am just struggling. So I think that was definitely part of it. I wasn't expecting it, because I've been doing a lot of braids and stuff lately, but I've been like very careful about avoiding that area, and yeah, it kind of just hit me. And when it hit me hard. And I was like, this is not it. Okay. I'm going in with my Oma Beauty Stay Woke concealer in the shade Honey Honey T3. I really like this concealer. I genuinely always forget the consistency of it. It's a creamy concealer. It's a little bit thicker. It is beautiful. It blends out very nicely. A little bit goes a long way. All right. So now that fall TV is back, what shows is everybody watching? It's so strange to me having fall TV back because it just, we're clearly not in like what used to be our normal. So it's weird for me to think in terms of like, oh, this show is on today. Like this time last year, I could clear my whole schedule because This Is Us is coming on. This time this year, I keep on having to remind myself that This Is Us is coming on, that This Is Us is back. And I love This Is Us. It's one of the best shows on television. It's a type of show I would love to be on personally. But it's just a very strange time. And I feel like a lot of people have been feeling that way. And I don't know, I just feel like quarantine mixed with like election anxiety just really made me forget about a lot of stuff. And it's been very interesting kind of seeing like people return to film sets and television sets and seeing the world kind of like trudge on when you feel like, I don't know, it kind of just feels like things are just so strange. It just feels like a strange, oh, this is, wow, I'm sorry. I just looked and I was like, oh, I love the way that this concealer looks. It's just so pretty. But anyway, yeah, it's just kind of a strange time. I'm a big television person because that is a very big part of my life. Acting, that whole medium, television, theaters, stage, film, that whole stuff. I love that type of stuff. That's something that is very close to me and I pay a lot of attention to it. And I don't know, it's just weird for me that like while television is trudging on, Broadway is still closed and so many actors are out of work. And it's just a strange time. That's like the best I can say. It's a strange time. But with fall TV being back, I am wondering, like, are people actively watching it? Is it like a good escape? Are you like, I'm still kind of like stuck in my binge watching thing. I started watching Schitt's Creek, which I know I talked about before. I love that show. It is one of the best shows to have been on television. And I genuinely mean that. The writing was so good. The like character development, everything's so good. I'm not finished it yet. I'm on the last season right now. And I genuinely love that show. It's so good. Okay, I want to do a little bit of cream contour. So I'm picking up this, what's it called? Maybelline Superstay Multi-Use Foundation Stick in the shade 370. Deep bronze. As far as TV goes, I like all of the Chicago shows, the ones, you know, like Dick Wolf, who produces like Law and Order and Chicago Fire and all those types of shows. I really enjoy those shows. I like a good kind of like a, what are they called? Like a, there's a special name for the type of drama that they are, and I can't think of the name. I really was never a Law and Order fan, but during quarantine, Law and Order has been on USA. Like, apparently it's always on USA. And I have been watching Law and Order on USA, Law and Order SVU in particular, not the original, the SVU. And it's nice. I've seen a few episodes of it before because my dad likes Law and Order SVU and he's a fan of Ice-T, or he was a fan of Ice-T. And so he liked to watch SVU from time to time. But I never really got into it, and I have gotten into it lately, which has been interesting. I love a good cream bronzer, and I love when you start putting the cream bronzer on because like everything, your makeup is just kind of coming together, and I feel like that's the first sign that things are looking up and looking good. I'm picking up this Rare Beauty blush. I have already tried blushes from Rare Beauty, but I recently got this one because I wanted to get a different shade for this time of the year. This is their, I think it's called the Pinch Blush Pinch. It's not on here, which is annoying. It's not like the full name. Let me see if I can look it up. It's the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Blush, and this is in the shade Grace. I only need a little bit because with this blush, a little bit goes a long way. It's very interesting actually because I quite enjoy Rare Beauty. I think it's very nice and very pretty, but I will say it's like a little, it's just funny that like the blush is something that just is so kind of like in your face and just prominent and stand out, and everything else is very subtle from them. Like it's just funny to me. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Longwear Mattifying Weightless Waterproof Setting Powder. I picked this up because I have heard specifically from Maya Galore here on YouTube that the All Nighter setting powder is like the thing you need if you have watery eyes. I have watery eyes. They tend to get the most watery this time of the year into winter, and it's an actual issue. Like my makeup will become ruined because my eyes will just water and it will just go everywhere. So I wanted something that I could use that would help me combat that. So I picked this up. I haven't used it yet. I wanted to use it on camera and give you guys my first impressions because it's something that I really am so curious about. So we're gonna see if this actually does what it says that it does on me. I'm hoping that because it's mattifying, it's not gonna be too drying because that is an issue that I can have with my under eyes sometimes, but we're gonna hope for the best. So this is what it looks like. Very cute all-nighter. You open it up, and this is like a universal shade. They only have one shade, so I believe it's supposed to go on translucent. I would hope so. That's really nice. Wow, that looks good. It's blurring too. It's very soft, very pretty. Okay, I know I said that I have drier under eyes, but I am going to be using another powder. I probably won't pat it under the under eyes though. I'm probably going to just put it on the rest of my face. This is my Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Powder. This one is supposed to be translucent as well. It's clearly like very white. It's from Ciate, London. I've only used this about like once, I believe, and I think that I did like it. I feel like I would have thrown it out if I didn't. But I want to try it again. So I'm going to just try it. Not bad at all. Alright. And it smells. It does have like a nice smell. Like it smells like coconut. I realized I started saying it was like it smells, and then I just changed like the sentence, but it smells nice. And this powder so far, okay. I mean, we'll see what happens, but it didn't feel very drying. Like everything still feels nice and hydrated. Okay, I have a brand new bronzer that I want to use. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Bronzer in the shade Cappuccino. When I say brand new to me, this is not brand new to probably most of you because this bronzer has definitely been around for a while. But I did do a little bit of like a Marshall's makeup shopping moment. And I found this and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna pick this up. So this is what it looks like. I think this will be a good color on me, I hope. I tried to shade match with people that I know are like a similar shade to me. So fingers crossed on that. Yeah, it works. It does in all honesty look like a teensy bit red, but that is okay. I'm very golden, which I say all the time on this channel, but I am. And I feel like it's okay if this looks like a teensy bit red because I already have kind of the golden warm undertones in there, so it's not gonna look totally crazy on me. Where I feel like if I looked super neutral and this was super red, it would be like, ooh girl. But this works. Now that we look nice and bronze, like a little cute Christmas biscuit, I am going to set the rest of my face down. I know I'm like, I don't like to look super dry. And I'm like, let me just apply more powder. The only reason I'm doing this is because obviously it's mask season. And this isn't translucent, but I just feel like it helps me with wearing a mask and not having things just look cray. So I am just lightly, literally just going over with a little bit of powder to set everything down. If you guys are wondering, this is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark. It's very sheer, but it will help to just color balance everything and make sure that my makeup isn't moving anywhere out here in these streets with my mask on. Okay, so for blush today, I'm going with one of these days my words will work. Okay, so for blush today, I'm going in with the Laura Mercier Blush Color Infusion. The Laura Mercier Blush Color Infusion in the shade Rosé. And it looks like this. And as you guys can see, it's literally the same shade as the blush you already put down. It's just going to give it a little bit more of something to grab onto. I love this. I love blush, so I love this. Okay, I do want to take a little bit of that bronzer shade actually and just bring it down. Just do a light contouring on my nose because I feel like it's just kind of out of place. I like to have the warmth kind of running through in all the areas that have shadow. Very quickly, I'm going to just pick up my Beauty Bakery Sweet Grace Baking Spray. This is really, really good. It helps your makeup to last. It definitely helps to like melt everything together. I'm just picking up my fan so I can help dry everything down. But it's a great makeup setting spray. I will say it has a scent. So if you are a person and you're like, I really can't do super scented products, this is something that might not work for you because it is a rather strong scent. I personally feel that it dissipates after a minute, but it might feel like it's lingering to you. I enjoy it, but it is strong. It smells sweet. It smells kind of like vanilla, like a baked good. So just keep that in mind if you were thinking about picking this up and you're sensitive to scent. Ooh. For highlight today, I have this Fenty Beauty. Why is this happening to me? I cannot with the fact that I literally cannot say these words today. Okay, I have this Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo in the shade, oh, it's two of them obviously, it's a duo, in the shades Afternoon Snack and Mo Honey. So we are going to open this up. This is honestly like sad that I'm just now trying this out because I know literally everyone's like is like, girl, we had this when it came out like 4 years ago. I'm aware. I just didn't grab it, so I'm gonna try it now. I've never tried literally any of their highlights, even that one that was, what was it called, like gold dust diamond. There's one that they had that was like a pure gold. Was it called like Kilowatt? I don't remember, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It was like a very like pure gold that people hadn't seen before, and I remember that, and I just have never gotten any of the highlights. So this is what I have now. What is the difference between them? Is one just looks a little bit more shimmery, while the other one looks a lot more soft. Is that what it is? It's just one is a little bit more shimmery. I think I want to go in with the one that looks a little bit more shimmery to me, just because it's kind of calling my name. And when I swatched it, it didn't look glittery. So that is the shade Mo Honey. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, I definitely was missing out. This is, ooh, this is beautiful. It's like wet and beautiful, and it's just sinking to the skin, but it has such a beautiful reflection to it. Oh wow, that's stunning. I'm literally like the last person to try this, but I am happy. For today, I'm going to be going in with my Lily lashes in the style Gaia, G-A-I-A. And I love these. They're really pretty. They're faux mink, and I'm going to be trying these on. Well, I've used these before, but I'm going to be wearing these today. I'm going to be taking my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade 0, and I'm just going to be tight lining my upper lash line. This helps for your upper lash line to kind of hide the band of the false lash. It makes everything look a lot seamless and more natural because you have that color and kind of density up there. So it's just making everything look a lot more dense. And I also forgot already that I have a mascara I wanted to try too. For mascara today, I have been really curious about this Lily Lashes mascara. This is a XXX mascara. I couldn't tell you if this is getting good reviews or not because I genuinely don't pay attention to mascara reviews. I don't really pay attention to people talking about mascara in YouTube videos, online, anything, because to me, most mascara is the same with a few exceptions. So I am not that like crazy about it, but I was curious about this because Lily Lashes is obviously an eyelash company. So I was like, I would imagine they would try to make a really good mascara because their lashes are so good. So I'm curious about this. But genuinely, I only have a couple of mascaras and I'm like, these are amazing. You need them in your life. And even then, need is a strong word. Okay, so we're gonna try this one out. This is what the wand looks like. It's nice and fluffy. It looks like this is going to be, I don't even know what the claims are. It looks like, I would assume it's just going to add a lot of volume. I don't know if it's, I feel like every mascara should be adding length. Like that's kind of the point. But I think this is definitely going to add a lot of volume because it says XXX. Ultra Dark Extra Volume Velvet Finish Mascara. It says it should leave your lashes looking extra voluminous, extra bold, and extra dark. So let's see if this is true. This is one coat. You know, it's not bad. I really can't tell as well because my makeup is a little bit more dramatic. If I was wearing something more natural, I probably would be able to see it a little bit better from farther away. I might need to go on as well with another coat. I'm not gonna do that today because I'm just putting on false lashes on top and I don't feel like coating and like weighing down my natural lashes. But it seems like it has potential. For me, I gauge a lot of my mascaras against my, what is it, the Lancome Monsieur Big. That one is a really good mascara. With one swipe, like one coat, you can do both lashes or both eyes, and it is a really good mascara. It just makes it look like you added in like some falsies or something. It's a really, really good mascara. So for me, that one is one that's really worth it. I'm going to go ahead and pop my lashes on off camera, and then when I come back, I'm going to wrap up and we're going to do our lips. Alright guys, my neighbors have started talking next door, which is actually nice because I didn't know how they were doing and now I do because I haven't heard them talking in a minute. But they're doing well. That's always good. They're kind of like my silent partners on this YouTube channel because literally at some point when I'm filming, I hear them talking. And they seem fun. I have never had an actual conversation with any of them that live next door, but they seem like a good time. I'm going to take this LA Girl Glide Gel Liner in the shade Purple. Is it Purple Paradise? Is that right? Yes, Purple Paradise or Paradise Purple, whatever it's called. And we're going to just go ahead and put this on our lower lash line. Right, now I'm going to go back into my Hipdot palette and I'm going to pick up the shade Majesty, which is this deeper purple shade right here. I'm going to pick up this Milani lip liner. This is the Milani Color Statement lip liner in this shade Bordeaux. Alright, I'm going to be going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade, oh, this is Bohemian. I thought it was Bordeaux. It's Bohemian. That's what we're going in with right now. I'm going to grab the Zion palette again from Hipdot, and I'm going to pick up this shade Sandstone, which is just this like matte nude shade, and I'm going to pop that right in the inner corner. I'm going to use my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray to just set everything down. Alright you guys, and this is your completed look. I am so happy with how this turned out. It's so beautiful. Very quickly, I kind of talked about everything as I was going through, but I'm going to very quickly let you guys know. I really like this palette. I'm excited to play around with it more. It's right up my alley. It has beautiful earthy tones and some pretty purples and everything in there, so I very much like it. I do like the mattes more than the shimmers. As I said before, I feel that the shimmers don't offer as much of a punch as I would like, but the mattes are beautiful and you can still do something with the shimmers. It's just going to be a little bit more subtle. I absolutely love this highlight that I use from Fenty Beauty. So stunning. Excited to try the other side of it that I didn't use, but this, beautiful. Can't believe I waited to use this. Mascara, still on the fence with this one. Don't know if it's worth the money. Don't know, have to try it out more. I really like this so far. I have not noticed any significant issues with my under eyes. They're not very watery today, but I can have issues when I start doing lower lash line stuff, and so far so good. So I'll keep you guys posted on this, but so far so good. The Rare Beauty blush, very pretty. Already was a fan. Really like this extra addition to my collection now. I basically liked everything that I use. I liked the bronzer, and I really love this lipstick. The lipstick color is so pretty. It's like just a step above super vampy, and it just works really well, and I'm happy. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. Right before I started filming, my mom actually told me that a childhood friend of hers had passed. She was so upset, but she was just sharing how she was just so grateful for her life and the people in her life and the people that she knew that had gone on to pass, and she was just sharing the spirit of gratitude. And I want to share that with you guys, no matter how you came across my video, whether it was on purpose, by accident. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. Thank you guys for spending time with me. I'm grateful for all of you, and hopefully you guys come back and spend more time with me and join this community that we have. I am just very grateful and very happy. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Let me know what else you would like to see from me. Make sure to also subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you never miss an upload. Literally almost forgot to say that. And with that being said, I will see you all in my very next one. Bye, my loves.
Say my name until the city burns and the stars fade away and your scars don't hurt. Stay with me until the last